Hey everyone, it's Tom here from Ludicrous Feed. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm actually in Canberra at the moment on the 5th floor of the East Hotel. That's the East Hotel right there. I have been invited by Polestar Australia for their media day, or media days, over the next 24 hours. I've been invited to test drive the Polestar 2 2024 edition update, which has now got a rear-wheel drive powertrain. So yeah, looking forward to test driving that tomorrow, and a couple of other events too tonight. I think there is a Q&A event for media, so not just me, there's other journalists here as well. And also, I think there's an ACT government presentation as well, so that's quite curious. I'm not sure what that's about. Anyway, yeah, that's what's coming up. So yeah, first up, I'll take you on a tour of the apartment they put me in at the East Hotel. So yeah, it's pretty nice. I'll show you what I mean in a second. And for the road trip component of the video from Sydney to Canberra and return, I've got a separate video for that, so check that one out as well. Otherwise, here is a tour of the East Hotel apartment on the 5th floor. Okay, so I'll start here from the door itself. And when I checked in, I could see that they put me into the Luxe apartment. Luxe one-bedroom apartment. You can see why. It's pretty plush and pretty spacious too. So there you go. Comes with a little kitchenette, sink, little electric stove. Is it induction? I think so. Or it could be a hot plate. I'm not going to test it out. There is an oven as well. Pantry. Yep, not going to be doing anything today. Got a coffee machine there. Tea coffee making facilities. Fridge. Opens this way. Whoops. Went the other way. Freezer. Fridge. A few drinks. Probably not free, I would think. I don't know. Might take the water maybe. Microwave. Cooking utensils. Washing machine. I'm only staying one night, so I won't be using it. And then panning around here, I tried to leave this as untouched as I could so I could show you what it looks like. Some more nibblies. Little tablet there. What's this, chocolate? Hard to know what's free these days. Welcome guest. It's Tuesday, 22nd of August, 4:31. Bit of a view outside. Let's have a look. View of Canberra. There we go. Ooh, a little rainbow there. That's nice. Let's pan this way. Yeah, there's a stadium next door. I think that might be... Is that Monaco Oval? Yeah, there's like goalposts, so it must be, I would think. And then a little setting out here. I'll shut that for a second. Sofa. Little single seat with an ottoman. Check out the bedroom. Big bed. More views of Canberra. Another TV in the corner. Study. Another view out there. Little seat there. Let's check out the bathroom. Bathtub. Towels. Big mirror. Hi there. And then on this side you've got the toilet. You don't need to see the toilet. It's the toilet. And then walking across here you've got a shower. Of course I will be checking out the shower pressure. Shower pressure is very important in a hotel. Yeah. More toiletries. So there we go. That's the one-bedroom luxe apartment here at the East Hotel, courtesy of Polestar Australia. So thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. Okay, so I'm parked in the basement car park, and just across here we've got one of the new Polestar 2s. You can see up there they're washing the cars for tomorrow. You probably hear it too. So yeah, stay tuned. We've got more coming up with those test drives. So this one says Polestar 2, 82 kilowatt hours, 220 kilowatts. It's one of the new ones because it's got the new front face. There's the front of the East Hotel. There's Polestar parked outside. It's the lobby. Nice projection on the wall there. Just panning around the lobby area. Sure. Alright, check it out. More Polestar 2 2024 updates. We'll be driving some of these tomorrow. Can't wait. Morning everyone, it's the next day and I've had a good night's sleep. Pretty comfortable bed, I guess. Yeah, shower pressure was good without being overly impressive. Just enough to make me feel warm and comfortable in there. And last night's dinner was good too. It was a vegan spread, as good as vegan food goes, tasty enough. Drinks as well. Caught up with Riz, my good friend Riz from Car Loop and also The Driven, and also of course joins us on our podcasts as well. So we sat through 2 talks, one from Polestar, a media presentation, and also Q&A, and then someone from the ACT government, and we got some free gifts. So I've got a rucksack from Polestar, thank you very much, and look, a notepad and a pencil, and look, I actually took some notes too. Let me show you. For that old school handwriting. Ooh, yeah. Sometimes I concentrate better when I write stuff down. I guess it comes from uni in the early 2000s without having a laptop. Anyway, so let me just run through some of the tidbits and important points I got from the presentation, and then we'll talk about today's events. So let's see, we had representatives from Polestar talk about sales figures, and then they are, I guess they're sort of trailing behind Tesla, BYD, Volvo, MG. So they're hoping with the new refresh 2024 variants, they will pick up the pace. There's a new flagship store coming to Sydney in the north somewhere. They couldn't quite disclose where. But somewhere in the north of Sydney, so I have to go check out some of those northern Sydney shopping centres, like I don't know, Chatswood, Macquarie, Hornsby, could be anywhere, right? So I have to look for an open space that's coming soon. I'll have to look out for you guys. Hoping to be in line with the Chadstone store in Melbourne. That's quite impressive. They're calling it the Sydney flagship store, so it should be pretty good too. Polestar 3 is coming in Q2 worldwide, and hopefully Australia as well, in 2024. And then Polestar 4 is coming in Q3 to Q4 2024. Polestar 3 is the big SUV, will be around $130,000 to $140,000 Australian, and then Polestar 4 is a slightly smaller SUV with a sportback kind of look as well, so that'll be good to look forward to. Lots about sustainability. We know Polestar loves talking about sustainability, which is good. Very transparent with their tracing and tracking of their rare earths and the materials they use to make cars. And then they moved on to Polestar 2 2024 model year, which is the one we're testing today. Looking forward to that. The design is largely the same except for the front end, which has now got a smart zone where all the cameras are and the radars are. That's in line with the Polestar 3 design. In terms of hardware, the biggest improvement will be the single motor long range vehicle with an 82 kilowatt hour battery and boasting 654 kilometers of WLTP range, which I'm looking forward to testing. I will hopefully have that lined up for you later this year, where we do a trip from Sydney to Melbourne. We'll see whether we can just get away with maybe 2 stops. Probably 3, I think, but 2 I think hopefully we can get away with. Charging speeds up to 205 kilowatts. We'll see what that's like in real world. That's for the long range and the all-wheel drive variants, and the standard range will be up to 135 kilowatts charging, which is not too bad. The new motors they're very excited about, the rear-wheel drive, is an increase from 330 to 490 newton meters of torque, and the all-wheel drive vehicles also have a greater rear bias 60 to 40 split, which is good. Okay, so over the page, there are now new standard features added to the base model year 2024 variant, such as blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, and 360 degree camera. Pixel LEDs are back into the pilot pack, so now it's like a proper pilot pack. And now they've quietly removed the Polestar digital key and the kick tailgate sensor. Now it's you've got to pay extra for those features in the Plus pack as well. Previously it was a standard feature. A performance upgrade is now integrated into the performance pack with the increased acceleration, and there are now new wheels on offer, 20-inch V-type wheels. And there's a tow pack with a 1,500 kilograms and 750 kilogram brake-unbrake capacity, and apparently up to 10% of people take up this option. Okay, some Q&A, which I took away from the media who were there to ask questions. So 160,000 kilometer powertrain warranty for all variants. Who's buying a Polestar? So buyers who are concerned about sustainability, points that differentiate Polestar away from Tesla. So people like the design, the high quality, and the connectivity. Why rear-wheel drive? Why is that such a big selling feature? Well, they're telling me that Polestar is originally a performance brand. Sort of an offshoot from Volvo. So they're claiming better dynamics, better efficiency, better stability, which I kind of agree with, having driven a new rear-wheel drive MG4 recently with a ground-up EV. So I was very impressed with the rear-wheel drive powertrain. Hopefully the Polestar 2 will be the same. It'll be a better driving experience. Okay, so the forecast for sales across the variants is pretty evenly spread apparently across all the different variants, and they've been receiving a lot of feedback from customers wanting the rear-wheel drive variant. So yes, glad they're bringing that to market, and they're expecting that to cause an increase in sales to follow because of the rear-wheel drive motors. Currently a 6-week delivery time as well. Okay, so the next talk was from a gentleman called Jeffrey Rutledge, who is the Deputy Director General for the Environmental Planning and Sustainable Development Office in Canberra for the ACT government. They kind of gave us a snapshot of Canberra. It's got more registrations of vehicles than people over the age of 18. People in Canberra on average keep a car for 8 years, whereas the Australian average is 10 years. By 2035, they're expecting no vehicle purchase that does not have a zero emission fuel. It's kind of a long way of saying they're expecting full electrification by 2035. In 2022, stats show that for vehicles over $60,000, 1 in 5 vehicles were electric. 70% of people in Canberra live in detached dwellings, making it easier for home charging. And there was some mention about V2X, which is vehicle to grid, vehicle to load, vehicle to home. There is an arena-funded trial, as you know, using Nissan Leafs. There are 50 of them apparently in the ACT, and it's a collaboration with the Australian National University. And 30% of detached dwellers have solar PV apparently. So there you go. That's interesting stats there. And overnight as well, Polestar allowed me to charge my Tesla downstairs in the car park basement, assuming they've got permission from the hotel. So that's good. I should be able to leave Canberra with 100% charge, which is very nice of them. All right, so the plan now is to go for a cup of coffee downstairs, pack my bags, put my stuff into my car, my Tesla. Polestar staff are actually going to drive that for me to the destination for lunch, while I drive a Polestar 2, hopefully, and experience the rear-wheel drive motors. And then from the event, I'll just drive home back to Sydney. So that's what's coming up, so stay tuned. Well, it's looking like it might be a decent day. That fog is clearing a little bit. At least I can see the top of the mountain now. Anyway, looking forward to it. And I'm pretty sure the chocolates are free too. Jasper and Myrtle premium handmade chocolates, so I'll bring that home for the children. Because the hotel card said, "Dear guests, welcome to East. Please enjoy these local chocolates, and do not hesitate to reach out if we can be of any assistance during your stay. With love." Oh, Team East. Thanks, guys. The freebies keep coming. Polestar water bottle. Very nice. Joko. Awesome. Okay, so we are in the cold, fresh, chilly air of Canberra. And there's a whole line of Polestar 2s ready to go. All the updates, MY 2024 updated cars. All right, inside the vehicle, we've got more freebies, some Polestar caps. And what is this? More chocolate. Ooh, they're really looking after us here. Dark chocolate coated roasted macadamia. Dark chocolate coated roasted almonds. All right, so there we go. There's the center screen that we all know and love from Polestar. Got the screen behind the steering wheel, and we've got a GPS unit there. And this one has got the panoramic roof as well. Looking forward to it on the drive. All right, just open the second row for you guys. Transferred some of the stuff in here, and that's what it looks like. I think it's no different to the 2023 variants or models. It's still got the hump in the second row there. Everything else looks pretty similar. Yeah, let's check out the boot real quick. Oh, charge port is here on the side. There we go, same CCS2, that hasn't changed. Let's have a look at the back. Auto open, little parcel shelf divider thing. Yeah, I think that looks pretty similar to what it was previously. Got the floor there. Netting on the sides. Cool. Then the auto shut. There we go. Cool. Okay, so 91%, 490 kilometers. Away we go. Okay, so we are on the road, and Riz has first shift. Just driving through Canberra now, and we're going to a place called, let's see, Poacher's Pantry. Poacher's Pantry, it must be a farm or something. It's got a restaurant, so that's where lunch will be today. They've got the GPS unit there, so we can't deviate too much. But while I'm in the passenger seat, I'm just going to sort of walk you through the Polestar 2 from what I can see. It's actually very similar to the model year 2023 vehicle from just an observation point of view. Nothing's changed too much. Obviously everything is in the hardware. We're in the long range single motor apparently. And some of the specs have changed too. But just looking at it from first observation, it's very similar. It's the same sort of nice Polestar styling that we've come to know and love. Center screen with Google trip planning integration, and then the behind the steering wheel screen as well. Just had the indicators go off there, so that's also very trademark Polestar. Let's have a look at the glove box inside here. It's roomy enough, I suppose. Okay, so the center area is very exactly the same really as the other Polestar 2s. Gear shift, got the music controls here, demisters, emergency hazard lights, wireless charging in the middle there. Little storage compartment on the passenger side, there's one similar on the driver's side. Cup holders, and a little secret cup holder that's covered. I'll walk you through the steering wheel real quick. So left-hand indicators, and you've got other buttons you can push. We've gone through that in previous videos. Other electronic window controls on the driver's side, and then I've got the same on my side too. Yeah, you can see behind me, passengers have the same in the second row. Just a quick look at the second row here. Cup holders being used for the chocolate. And then that center hump we talked about earlier. Okay, and then the glass roof at the top, which is quite nice. And then you've got the visor here. No sunglass holder. Got lights, SOS button. And then back down here to the infotainment unit, which I must admit is quite good. I quite like the Polestar unit, very easy to use. I'll start just from the main screen here. So you've got like Google Maps, which has got route planning, EV route planning, which is great. It tells you where to stop if you want to drive somewhere far away. YouTube when you're stationary. So Riz has got the brake pedal on, and it's YouTube is available. So, but I assume when you start driving it won't work. Performance, you've got the G-force meter. That's quite handy. Journey log. So showing all the trips that you've done so far. You've got to sign in to use it. And you've got Google Assistant, Range Assistant, Air Quality, Phone, Apple CarPlay, which I love, and Android Auto. I'm sure that it's got Android Auto, given that it's an Android kind of platform anyway, or Google platform. Bluetooth, radio, Spotify. So we're running Spotify at the moment. And then some more settings here. So network, internet, Bluetooth, sound, display. All that other stuff, system settings. And then drive settings, you've got steering feel, light steering, standard firm, sport mode, traction control off, one pedal driving, which Riz has got on standard, which we all love as EV drivers. Creepers off. And then let's have a look at, I wanted to show you, yes, so this is the most important thing. This is what differentiates Polestar from I think other EV brands at the moment, apart from Tesla. It's the fact that you can trip plan using the battery management system. So for example, we want to go to, let's say we want to go to Melbourne, which we won't be doing today, but from Canberra to Melbourne, you have to stop to charge, right? Shows you to stop twice. See, once, twice. And you'll reach Melbourne with 10% on arrival. So let's have a look at route details. So it's telling you to stop, after driving an hour and a half, stop at the NRMA charger with the amount of charge left. And then next stop would be the BP Pulse at Walkaround South with 10% left. And then you can stop in Melbourne with 10% left. So that's quite good. It's really important because if you are driving an EV, you kind of know, particularly people that have range anxiety, you want to know where to stop, right? If you want to take long road trips. So hats off to Polestar, and I think Volvo's the same with EV route planning. Okay, so Riz is going to drive us, and then I'll get his impressions after he's had a good chance to hit the highway. So stay tuned. Okay, so just to make note that the wing mirrors, and Polestar are very proud of this, they have this sort of all the way to the edge mirror that looks quite nice, I must say. Sort of rimless, and you've got the blind spot monitoring too, so yeah, that's quite a nice touch. Okay, so we've got the G-force meter, and we're about to cross a roundabout, so let's see what Riz can do for us. Get some acceleration going here. Oh, nice. Nice, Riz. Nice. Okay, now we're going to take care. See how the little worm went around the G-force meter. Okay, so some more features of the infotainment screen. So there's a charge screen as well. You can set your charge limit. You can set the current as well. And it says 90% is Polestar recommended to preserve the lifespan of the battery. So it's probably an NMC NMA battery. You can schedule your charge time as well. We've done that before in previous videos. It's quite handy to have. Start, stop. Then you can have more settings there. So car status, locking. Customize that to your heart's content. Interior lights, exterior lights, very granular. Mirrors, tilting and reverse, and wipers, rain sensor memory, excellent. So Riz, how have you found the drive so far?
Yeah, pretty punchy. It's very similar to the car last year. I mean, I can't really tell a lot of the difference, but when you come out of roundabouts, around sort of curvy roads, it does grip a bit better, and it the steering feels a bit sharper. But I guess we'll keep driving and find out a bit more.
Yeah, good to hear the rear-wheel drive is making a difference. Excellent. All right, that's the halfway point, and it's my turn, so I'm going to hop inside the driver's seat now. Nice little picnic area. All right, now my turn to experience the rear-wheel drive of the Polestar 2. Yeah. Okay, so at the halfway point, 81%, so we used 10% from Canberra, 430 kilometers of range. That's pretty good. All right, so this is something you don't see every day. Apparently that is the Cotter Dam. That's Canberra's drinking water. It's pretty cool, right? Pretty majestic, that sound. Wow. There's a nice little bridge here. Some more water on this side too. Okay, so we are driving around on Michelin's 245 45R 19-inch wheels. That's the back. Let's just check the front. Yep, same tires, also 19-inch wheels as well. Okay, so it's my turn driving the rear-wheel drive Polestar 2, and I've got to say, just on first impression, I've only done about maybe 5 kilometers, but going through these twisty, turny, hairpin turns, and I think the rear-wheel drive does make a difference, to be honest with you. And you know, the regen braking helps as well, because then you can sort of do one pedal through these corners quite nicely and then take the apex of the turn each time. And one thing I've noticed too is that when you accelerate out of these corners, like there's no torque steering that you find with front wheel drive vehicles, so it does make it for better handling on these roads. And yeah, the suspension is pretty good. It's firm, which is what you want for, I guess, a more sporty vehicle. So I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, the insulation's okay as well. This road's a little bit noisy, but previously it was pretty good. The noise wasn't too bad coming through to the cabin. Sound system's good, but yeah, pretty happy so far. So I'll touch base in a second once I get a better idea of the car. Okay, so now we're on the highway, and I thought I'd give cruise control a go. Let's see, just down here. See that, so you can set your speed. That's the current speed limit, 90 kilometers an hour. And that's the max sort of set speed for cruise control. I'm not sure if it's got auto steer, I can't remember. I think it does actually, I just forgot how to put it on. It's been a while since I've driven a Polestar. But yeah, I can see a little steering wheel icon, so I'm sure there's some sort of auto steer component. But I'll keep my hands on the wheel, just to be safe. But yeah, that's auto steer. And we've come out of the twisty, turny bits, and we're just back on the highway, and I'm sure there'll be some lunch coming up for us very shortly. All right, gang, we're here at Poacher's Pantry to finish our drive. So, yeah, we're gonna stop for lunch. It'll close for private function. That's us, Polestar gang. Just down this road here. Wow, 1.6 kilometers down this road. Yeah, so have some lunch, and then I'll give my final thoughts on the Polestar 2 rear-wheel drive. All right, lunch is at the Poacher's restaurant. And some more Polestar 2s here in the car park. Just do a quick pan around here.
I know.
It's nice of them to let us test all this. There's a grey one over there, mostly white. Here we are. Okay, so lunch is inside. Just do a quick sweep around again here. What a lovely setting. It's an old shed over there. Good spot, isn't it? They must host weddings here. Good venue for it. Okay, so a little bit of morning tea to start with. Some scones. And across here we've got some coconut yogurt, or yogurt, muesli cups. And the freebies keep coming. We've got a Polestar Keep Cup. Okay, so now we've been given the performance one to drive. Got the Swedish gold lap sash, and then the gold brake calipers and the tyre valves. And then you look at the badging on the side here. Polestar 2, 82 kilowatt hours. And the front is very similar, of course. The new front face. Alright, let's head off for a drive. Okay, so just many thanks to Polestar Australia for hosting me these last couple of days. It was great fun driving the rear-wheel drive single motor long range Polestar 2 refresh for model year 2024. As I said in the video earlier, yep, I think that can definitely see an improvement in the dynamics, the handling and the performance, particularly around corners of course, with the rear-wheel drive, bit of traction. And yeah, I think it'll be good to have that update, better range as well, the 82 kilowatt hour battery. And I've also put in a request to hopefully have one of those vehicles for a longer test, particularly a road trip possibly from Sydney to Melbourne. I'll see what I can do to get that car to do that trip and do it in maybe 2 charging stops, maybe 3. I've got to stop anyway for the toilet and rest breaks, but in terms of charging, we can maybe do it in 2, maybe 3 charging stops. Anyway, we'll see how accurate that 600 plus kilometer WLTP range is translated to real world range. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Until the next Ludicrous Feed video, happy charging.